Hostess with the mostess. Welcome to the show, Oaktown Improv Show. We are the Unusuals, and Yates, myself, Stephanie Singer. We are going to do a set based on one word, all improvise, no script, walking a tightrope. So may we have a word, please, from the audience? Let's see. Felicitus. I like that.
Felicitus.
Felicitus, what say you about the legions as Rome fulfilled its destiny in the Greek Isles?
Spernicus, I feel, and I know 'tis not a popular feeling, that Rome has served its purpose. And today is the day that Rome must end and give Greece its day.
You speak blasphemy. The empire never gives up. We rule.
For once, the empire should take care of its own, instead of taking care of its own needs, its perceived needs. Spernicus.
Roman needs have been prescribed for centuries: gold, booty, slaves, and power. What we did throughout the empire, Egypt, among the Franks. Yes, Felicitus.
The Franks.
You speak blasphemy as a traitor.
I do, the Franks. The Franks have beaten us a time or two.
True.
Which shows that Rome is not infallible. Rome is not impenetrable.
Will you take this mess?
I'm taking this before the Senate.
You're right, General Felicitus. You're right to take it to the Senate.
Nicus, I'll give you 2 days warning. I'll give you 2 days head start. If you want to disown me as your leading officer, I understand. Because you know if you stay loyal to me through this, you will lose your wife, your children, your land.
Felicitus, we're united. I think that you speak blasphemy, but as a Roman general, you have the right to speak before the Senate. Cut to the Senate. Good Felicitus. What news do you bring of the war in Greece?
I was hoping to see the emperor right away. Although, not to say that I'm not pleased to see thee, Charlesus. But as the messenger to the emperor, I'm not as pleased as I could be.
But you understand that you must first present any ideas or proposals to the Senate for their approval before it goes to the emperor. So, kind Felicitus, what say you about the Greeks and the war?
I was hoping that the message I sent ahead of time would have intrigued the emperor to want to give me an ear before the Senate.
I hope. Wise words. Clever Felicitus. A way to avoid the Senate and go directly to the emperor. Very clever. Could be thought of as blasphemy and as traitorous, but now it rests with the emperor. Cut to the emperor.
Oh, Hermes. What, are you gonna lounge about and play your lyre all day?
I feel in the mood to compose lyrics for the people.
What about this note from your naughty general?
Yes, read it, please.
Mm. Dear and wonderful great Hermes II, it is with all due respect that I announce I'm quitting the army of this empire. Unless we leave Greek alone and let it have its golden day, the one that it believes in, the one that it believes that it should have. For are not Grecians as entitled as Romans to live the life they want to live? Interesting. Are they not also living on blessed soil, the blessed soil that we want to take? And why would we take their blessed soil from them when we have our own soil that is blessed? Do we not have grapes and wine that runneth from those grapes, the same as the Greeks? The question of the day is, are we entitled to more than the fair Greeks, some of whom are ancestors to some of us? We do share some blood, great Hermes.
True. This is true.
Signed, the general.
Felicitus?
Felicitus.
Felicitus.
Wow, that's a tasty little note. It's made me hungry. I'm just gonna help myself here to a few grapes, if you don't mind. You're not eating these, right?
They're not peeled.
Oh, I like the peel. I like the peel. I think they're blessed. They have this wonderful blessed powder on them.
And what, pray tell, is your opinion of this note?
I am intrigued, your emperorness.
Yes.
I've never seen such a, how shall I say, a refreshing, bold and daring little speech on a parchment before. I have not, honestly. And what will you do this exciting day? I'm excited to see what your reaction will be, great Hermes.
Inspires me. It inspires me as normal.
You must be piqued as well, since you've dropped your lyre.
I did because I feel in the mood more to compose. Oh, Emperor Divine that I am. I feel. Yes.
This little note has some nice lyrics on it.
It did?
Did you not hear them, great Hermes? About their blessed soil, our blessed soil. Aren't we not entitled to the same? Very, very democratic, if I might say.
Oh, I shudder for that word. I'm the emperor, imperial emperor, destined and divine by the gods to rule.
True enough, and yet you have been known to listen to the Senate on occasion.
Yes, I have.
There was the one little issue about sidewalks, for example, and you listened to the Senate.
Horrible. What a horrible idea.
I know that they all turned it down.
I find the Senate boring, just boring,
Yes.
terrible. But I am intrigued by this Felicitus. I would like to speak with Felicitus himself.
You would.
Yes, very much.
Isn't it
I would like to-
customary? Isn't it customary to send your messenger, Charlesus?
Oh, yes. Well, yes, of course, Charles's. But yes, but tell Charles's to please bring, not please, I order, I am divine, a living God. Yes, I demand that Felicitus be brought to me to explain his rather bizarre statements.
Cut to Charlesus and Felicitus. So wait, Charlesus, you're saying that you should have brought me to the Emperor already?
Quite so, Felicitus.
Hmm.
Hermes, Emperor Hermes demands your appearance not to the Senate, but directly to him.
I
Explain.
apologize. I apologize then for putting words in your mouth earlier.
Quite so.
Well, you are perhaps a more learned man than I give you credit for.
I can't help but remember the time that we faced the Franks at the divine gate of Hades, and you so boldly led your legions against 10,000 Franks, fanatics, barbarians, and yet won for the emperor. I'm sure he'll remember this. I'm sure he'll take that into consideration.
Yes. Well, I hate to resort to a conquest or two, but good advice, Charlesus.
Yes.
By the way, you served a mighty fine rib during that battle.
Yes. I'm known for the ribs. The Franks, of course, are known for their very delicious steaks.
Yes. That's why we call them Franks.
We call them Franks.
By what they eat.
By what they eat. Yes, Felicitus. That's how we identify all of our opponents. The Franks, the croissants. The croissants. But noble fighters they were.
And yet weak.
The donuts, they were extreme. A rather fat group.
Yes. Well then.
Yes.
Let's delay no further, Charlesus, and lead me to His Majesty.
You will be brought, but not in chains, as a free man, as a general.
Well, one would have to struggle to get me in chains.
That is so. Like Spartacus before you.
My uncle, someone I still revere.
Yes, I liked your aunt too. It was quite the concubine of her well.
Oh yes, the lovely Daphne.
Yes,
wise too.
Of Frankish descent, no doubt. But Felicitus, go thee to the emperor.
No, lead me. I do not know that.
I lead then. Up on the chariot.
Lead away, the chariot. You're a chariot driver as well. I did not realize.
Yes, well, I prefer to drive my own chariot.
Whoa, nice.
You dogs, move out of the way. I'm taking Felicitus to the emperor.
Cut to Felicitus and Hermes. Thank you, Charles. You've done well.
Ah,
Your Majesty, the great Hermes II. I take it you've gotten my note.
Felicitus, my dear. Oh,
Yes.
so fair. You have such a wonderful tan. You must have gotten that in the Isles.
Yes, well, you sent me to the Isles.
Yes.
I've been battling in the Isles with the Spartans
Ah,
and the
yes.
Cretians. And,
Ah, yes. The Franks I hear too, as well.
well, the Franks, that was earlier. That was earlier in the season, my emperor.
Tell me about the dolts. The
Dolts.
dolts.
The Dolts were an easy victory.
Ah,
That was, we had them by lunch.
yes, the dolts.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we would have captured their swords and shields, but they seem to be made out of tin.
Yes, very rare substance in the empire. Yes.
What are we using it? What are we using it for these days?
And we use it for toys.
Ah,
yes. I have quite a collection of tin dolls, as you see, tin soldiers, tin flutes.
What if you like? I can send my trusted lieutenant, Spernicus, to
Copernicus.
No, Spernicus.
Oh, Spernicus, not a cousin of Copernicus.
No, perhaps. I think not, but perhaps.
Spernicus.
Spernicus is a private man.
Yes.
I can send him if you wish to pick up the tin.
Yes.
Probably the dolts are still lying on the battlefield.
Yeah, the dolts. Yes. Short work for someone as adept as thou, huh?
Yes.
A noble.
A morning's work.
Yes, but
about my note.
I ask you here with respect as a great general. One has brought great riches to the empire, great riches to me, great riches to Rome, to all of us. And I ask, because I'm rather baffled by this note that you sent me. Something about the Greeks being or able to rule themselves.
You know, speaking of concubines.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
yours,
yes, of course, concubines.
Yours was not so baffled. She gave me a peck on the cheek in the hall.
Ah.
She seemed pleasantly intrigued by what I had to say. I had a revelation as I was decapitating.
A Greek, I hope.
As I was decapitating, I believe it was a loner warrior.
A loner.
Your emperor.
A loner from the Persians?
I believe Cretan.
Cretan. Oh.
He was carrying a Cretan disc.
Cretan. Greasy people, Cretans.
As I decapitated him and his head bounced off his Cretan disc and his body and his head fell together.
Yes, Felicitus.
I had an epiphany.
And what was that?
Which, as you know, is a Greek word. Epiphany.
Yes, so, true.
I'm having an epiphany, and I'm thinking this is an epiphany, and I'm like, we have learned so much from the Greeks, and yet we honor them not. We owe them music and wine and architecture and shields and swords, and just because we do all these things better, Your Emperor.
Of course.
Except perhaps for one.
Mm.
Hmm.
And the grapes, of course.
Huh. Perhaps. And except maybe perhaps for um, what's that thing that the last time I saw you, you served me a little a round dish that was just absolutely delightful.
Yes, yes, yes. One of my favorite dishes. It's
Mm.
quite beautiful. I and that inspires me because that art spoke to me very much. So, with all of the beautiful carvings and figures, I have an idea that I would run by you, and I would hope that you would transmit it to the Greek nobility, and it is thus: if
Oh, is this a
listen, no, no,
response?
listen, if
Okay.
if if the nobility of the Greeks agrees to accept me as their one and only emperor and ruler and bows down to me and pays me homage, then I will withdraw my legions from Greece and let them go their way, as long as on a yearly they provide tribute in the amount, paltry amount of 5,000 gold amulets, 10,000 slave women, and wheat, 20 cartfuls, 20,000 cartfuls. I mean, as long as they do this, I will withdraw the legion of Felicitus. I will make you the envoy, the actually local ruler. If the Greeks bow down and accept me as their one true emperor, that's all. They don't need to be destroyed. Good thinking.
So you're thinking soft takeover.
Simply accepting me, yeah, as their emperor.
That's
No
that's actually
bloodshed.
that's actually brilliant. Your emperor. Like, why the bloodshed to begin with?
Yes.
It seems to
And
me it seems to me that you've had this idea before. And it's the reason the Greeks are fighting now. Do you recall? It was a couple Christmases ago where you said, I want Greece back.
what is Christmas?
Oh, you know, this new Christian thing. You're not a.
Hmm.
Some of us are following these beliefs and some of us aren't.
Tell me, Felicitus, are you an adherent of this Christianity? And is
I
that
love,
why you suddenly have this idea of being solicitous rather than bold?
I love the decorations they have at Christmas. You take a
Hmm.
tree and you hang glittery things and baubles on the tree
Oh,
and lights, candles and lights and you dance around the tree and sing and drink wine and have cider.
love that. I love
Yes,
that.
it's just
Is that the
wonderful.
Christians?
That's the
Well, they've given
Christians.
me much bad information about the Christians because it sounds delightful.
Yes, and that little round dish that you made for me last time I was here. My wife has been trying to replicate it at home. Can't remember what you called it, but we're calling it. She got some herbs from Pisa,
Ah,
so we're calling it Pisa right now, and it's delicious. We had that at last Christmas with the cider, this warm spiced cider.
oh,
Oh, I wish you were there,
del-
Emperor.
delightful, so delightful. I love these tales, all of the information, all of the news from the kingdom of the empire. It delights me. But once again, I still only ask a simple yearly tribute from the Greeks, and of course accepting me as their one true emperor and God. If this can be agreed, then there shall be no Roman invasion of their land, no bloodshed, no death, just tribute to me.
Hmm. You leave me no choice, my emperor.
Yes, Felicitus?
To unsheath my sword.
Ah,
Since
beautiful.
I am loyal to you and think quite fondly of you, great Hermes II,
Yes.
I will not decapitate thou here in your own chambers, but I will give you my sword as I quit your army and quit this empire.
Felicitus, Felicitus, Felicitus.
With all great humility, sire.
Ah, Felicitus. I had expected more of you. I had a great, great warrior, a great general, but much honor I've taken. You don't have to keep doing that. Yeah, you can just relax. I'm not going to do anything. I have the sword. I'm placing it here. Um, well, I will honor thee. I accept that. I accept this. I'm sad, and I don't like to be sad. I hate to be sad, but I accept because of all the glory that you brought from Rome. And you may go on your way. You may go. Um, and but tell me, rumors I've heard that you have a wife, a Christian. Is this so?
This is true.
Mm.
We
And is this?
wish to be married and live a quiet life in the country with chickens and animals and a few acres of grain.
Mm.
I am yearning to have my own spelt fields. I need a break from bloodshed, and all my nights, my dreams are filled with nightmares of blood. Heads rolling, heads on spears, men yelling no, screaming as they die.
Mm.
Thank you, great Hermes, for allowing me to go free, and I ask only one other thing, which is
Yes.
my right-hand man, Spernicus, my great lieutenant,
Mm.
loyal to the core, loyal to me and to you.
I see.
That he not suffer. I ask that he not suffer as right-hand men often do in the emperor's army. For my deeds, my words are not his.
Well, he shall be relieved of command and assigned to our forces against the Carthaginians. But a chance for him to earn glory because the Carthaginians are in revolt.
Well, I shall pray for him.
Yes, pray. Pray to me. I am the emperor. I am the Holy One. I'm the divine.
You know what Christians worship, great Hermes?
Somebody or other, something or other.
It's a god, a single god, not a pantheon of gods, not a multi-split personality of gods, but one unified Godhead.
Sounds rather boring.
And we all serve God. We all serve this God. All of us.
Really?
I
So
know. So refreshing. And I will be with this God as I walk home to Koblion and my wife and child.
tell me, does this God of yours recognize my divine rule over the empire, over the world? Because there cannot be but two. There cannot be two gods. You say only one, and I am divine.
It's a good question, your emperor, my emperor, your emperorness. God often does not speak directly. It's more of a feeling. And so I suppose it is open to interpretation.
Hmm.
And so could you be
Yes.
God's messenger in this world? I suppose you could.
This puzzles me, confuses me, baffles me. It's not pleasant to me, but I will confer with my priests, and they may enlighten me to this. But be well, go on, and I will send Chalcius to deal with the Greeks and offer them a plan to pay me tribute and avoid bloodshed.
My gratitude, great Hermes.
Yes.
I take my leave.
Take some grapes with you while you're at it.
Thank you. Cut to Hermes and his priest. I would think that Zeus would strike the man down.
Zeus himself.
Zeus himself. Such blasphemy. Who is the head of God before God? I mean, which is Zeus, the greatest god of them all.
Yes, no, I understand that. But Felicitus indicates that there's a god of all gods that supersedes even Zeus, Hermes, Poseidon, and Juno, the great Aphrodite.
Nonsense. Let me, one moment, as I breathe in these vapors for more clarity.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yes. Well,
yes. Say you.
We've just been, what? It's just that we've been.
Yes.
I couldn't get a hold of this. But we've just been. Oh, come on. We've been like, believing in these gods for so long. I mean, we can't just. This is like thousands of years, and we can't have people just like changing it, like some general changing it.
I'm more confused than ever now.
Oh my
Felicitus is a good man, and you're the interpreter of I know. We will go to Circe herself, the great Circe, who has direct communication with the gods, and see what she, with her mystical powers, what she would say.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun. You go do that.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yes, 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 yes. Ah,
Cut to Circe's and Hermes. Yes, I am the great and powerful Juno. I despise any human that would put a god before the true gods that we are.
oh, Circe is speaking through Juno, speaking through Circe. I, Hermes, alone with thee, and understanding and submitting to thy great power, I beg advice, I beg direction, because on one hand I have the noble Felicitus, a good man, and on the other, my priests who tell me that Felicitus blasphemizes. So you, please, in your great wisdom of the gods,
Strike this man down before his toxic evil spreads and becomes the law of the land. I have spoken.
mm, thank thee. Thank thee.
Ah, ah.
Cut to Hermes and General Hades.
No, I asked for buttercream on that. You imbecile. Shing!
General Hades. I have it.
Can't get good
it.
health these days.
'Tis true.
What can I do for you?
Noble
Emperor?
General Hades. Noble General Hades, I have a task that is of crucial importance to the emperor, to the empire, and that is to arrest General Felicitus, who now, yes, bring him back.
Great Felicitus. I don't care what he's done wrong. I will show you that I have always been your greatest general.
Prove it to me then, and bring me the head of Felicitus.
On a platter.
Yes.
Will I?
A Grecian platter.
And I will drink the blood out of his neck. A Grecian platter.
Yes, drink well, Hades.
Where might I find, to save me some time, where might I find this great?
They say he resides in a small farm outside of Vesuvius, outside of a mountainside itself, on a small valley right below the great Vesuvius, near Pompeii.
Near Pompeii.
Yes.
I've been dying to see that place.
It's quite beautiful. Go now. Go to Pompeii, go to Vesuvius, and bring me back the head of Felicitus.
It's done. Consider it done, your emperorship. But listen.
Yes.
I want something in return. Besides another cluster on my plate to wear upon my breast, I want another 500 acres.
I will award you not only another 500 acres, but the entire island of Sicily.
Love it. Love it. Of course, first I will have to clear it of Sicilians. It should be
It's
my
up to you.
pleasure. Be my
It's up to
pleasure.
you.
Yes.
I care not for Sicilians. The women have mustaches, black mustaches and eyebrows that run together. These Sicilian women.
Well, I'm off.
Yes.
Cut to near Pompeii. You there
Yes.
in the field.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know Felicitus, one who lives near here?
Yes. Yes. I know noble Felicitus. He resides in a farmhouse yonder at the foot of Vesuvius. Yes, you can see the smoke billowing from that little cottage in the distance. It is the home of Felicitus, his beauteous wife, and 3 young children, many goats and pigs and chickens and rabbits.
You happen to know, is he making a run for it? Is he planning on running, or is he still there?
Oh, he lives there quite happily.
Could I trouble you for a loaf?
Certainly, General, certainly.
My thanks and appreciation.
Yes, General.
And in return, I shall spare your life.
Oh, yes, yes, please do. Kind General.
Why don't give me another loaf for the morrow?
Of course.
This is quite good bread. What might your name be?
My name is Henricus. Henricus.
Henricus.
Yes. Henricus, the oat keeper.
The oat keeper.
Yes. Oat. It's all fresh oats.
Ah, are you telling me this is gluten-free?
Yes, it's wonderful, and we make a meal from it too.
Delicious. When you see me again, I shall be carrying Felicitus's head on a platter.
Oh.
This platter. Ding ding. I'm off.
Poor Felicitus. Poor Felicitus. I fear for thee.
Just then, a great plume of smoke erupts out of the giant mountains. And ash begins billowing all over the nearby villages. I'm told it is you, great Felicitus, or should I say, formerly great Felicitus?
Yes, it is I, Felicitus, once general of the Roman legions.
I know who you are.
And you are General Hades. I know from reputation and the black armor that you wear.
Yes. Before we get into formalities, you must try some of this bread. It's gluten-free.
Yes. Made from, my friend Henricus.
Oh, yes, Henricus. I swore I wouldn't remember it. I wouldn't forget his name, but I have. But I did.
Quite delicious. Quite delicious.
So I'm here to remove your head from your shoulders, Felicitus, for having blasphemized against the gods. The great Juno spoke through Circes to the great Hermes II and said, "You must be killed." Thus I am here.
First, of course, you'll let me enjoy the pleasure of this wonderful bread.
It's your last supper.
Thank you.
Yes. I don't take sides, you know. I don't care about any gods at all. I don't care about emperors. But we all know that I should sit on the throne as much as anyone.
Of course you should. Noble Hades.
I can kill 1,000 men in a day, or I could leave it. Matters not to me, which is why I'm so wickedly good at my job.
You know, Hades, I might mention that my legionnaires are still quite loyal to me. And I could simply by sending a carrier pigeon message, I could align them with you if you truly wanted to be the emperor. All you'd have to do is with your noble legions and my centurions, simply march on Rome and remove Hermes from his emperorship. And then you, of course, could be the emperor. I don't care who's the emperor, whether it's Hermes or you. But I'm just saying, why not you?
The sky seems to be falling.
Yes, it does.
Does this happen often, Felicitus, near this mountain?
It happened once before and buried the town of Pompeii.
Oh, interesting. And that's why the town of Pompeii is up on this large hill now.
Yes. Anyway, it's just an idea. My loyal centurions and your black legions and your leadership, simple matter of going to.
Well, if you're gonna make me work for it, I will march into the house. Oh, excuse me, my lady, my children. This pigeon, Felicitus, chunk. Or this pigeon, perhaps, chunk. I've extinguished your pigeons, Felicitus, and your men will be so busy fighting in Greece because the emperor has a standing order to once I arrive with your head to send every legionnaire into Greece.
Quite a pickle. Quite a pickle. This bread, though, it's delicious.
It is. You can thank. I swore I would remember his name. Merculus. Cavinus.
Henricus, my friend Henricus. Well, you leave me no choice then, Hades. I would have thought that you would have been happy to be the emperor, which you could achieve. It seems like you're subservient. You, Hades, of all people, subservient to the emperor. It's kind of makes me laugh. I always thought of you as a more virile, forward-thinking, masculine man, but it appears not. It appears that you're just a puppet to be manipulated by a.
No one laughs at me, Felicitus. I will ride back this night and kill that weakling and take the throne myself.
That, yes, of course. This is the true Hades, the man that I admired and patterned my generalship after. The great Hades. The wonderful Hades. Yes, Hades, go forth. Go forth and claim your emperorship.
I'm off!
Yes.
Cut to Hades and Hermes. Ah,
Oh.
you're up late, my emperor.
Yes. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking of another poem that I wanted to write into lyrics for my lyra about how divine I am and how I am worshipped, and Rome depends upon my every countenance and wish and pronouncement. It's all there in my mind. It's in my mind. That's how I know. I see
Beautiful.
these things. See these things.
You may be wondering why I have not the head of Felicitus on the platter.
Oh yes. Where is it? Show it to me immediately. Show it to me.
I just need you to sign this parchment.
A parchment?
I
Sign?
need the 500 acres in writing.
Oh,
So if you would just sign this, grasp it firmly in your hand,
yes.
and ah, looks like I have given you a paper cut, my lord.
Yes, it's.
I certainly hope there was no poison on the edge of this paper.
Yes, yes. Look at.
As if you died with a paper cut, that would be very weak looking.
Yes, yes. But look. Can you see? I bleed. The emperor, the divine emperor bleeds. Isn't that funny? The emperor bleeds.
We all bleed. Your emperorship.
I'm bleeding. Yes, that's so funny. Look, it's dripping on the floor. The emperor.
Let me just borrow your gem.
I see my father. I see the old emperor. He's beckoning to me. Hello, my father. Yes. No, I'm the emperor. No, father. No, not you.
Oh. I have found my rightful place. That Felicitus was right. Everyone was right. The wisest, the smartest, the best general.
Oh, Hades. You're looking wonderful.
I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
I'm concubinus.
Oh, the great concubinus II.
Yes, the emperor's personal concubine.
The
So
emperor seems to have died from a paper cut, which is a very weak thing to do, don't you think?
Oh dear, what a mess. What a mess. Such a silly man.
I shall get Charles's to clean up this mess. Let's ring for him, shall we? Ding, 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 ding. So you weren't that loyal then to Hermes?
I'm loyal to the emperor, whoever the emperor is, of course.
Well, I wear the emperor's gem.
Oh, then your wish is my command, emperor.
Well, help me remove this breastplate.
Of course, emperor. Black gold. Wow, this is so, it's just heavy and gorgeous. Black gold is so becoming on you, Hades.
It's quite becoming off of me as well. Don't you think?
Yes.
And now, massage my chest.
Yes, yes, of course, General Hades.
Oh, yes,
I mean,
yes.
Emperor.
Yes.
Is that Emperor now?
Emperor Hades.
Emperor Hades.
And from now on, everyone in this empire will come to Hades.
Mhm.